Welcome to my Sharpshooter run of High Desert Brutality 2023, Stage 4,
Yes.
Silent
Stand
Scope.
by.
Stage brief here. This is the first stage that I am shooting on Day 2 of High Desert Brutality, and the lighting has changed, but so too has my gear, including, if you can see there, a nice little Be Kind Have Spines patch. Shout out to the bird patch. So we're back in the sniper tower. We're shooting at targets at decent range, medium range or so. And what we have here is hard to see targets in the morning light. I am super glad that I had magnification for this run. So you also see here I am again monopoding off of my magazine. And clearly a bipod would help here. If you have seen Carl and Russell's runs of this stage, then you will see very clearly that a bipod helps. But a monopoding is just fine. Now, that's not to say that I have perfect technique here, far from it. I make three very clear mistakes. The first one is sometimes I don't get fully behind the rifle. In this case, you can every now and then see the rifle rocking back and forth quite a bit. That is because I'm not squarely behind the rifle and it's able to rock back and forth on the magazine. Second mistake, during those prone shots you could clearly see that I was just turning the rifle to meet each target. What I should have been doing was pivoting properly around an anchor point, which would have been the monopod, like Appleseed teaches you. Instead, my prone was inconsistent, and you saw me miss a couple more times than I really should with this sort of magnification. Speaking of magnification, during prone you probably saw the dial on my LPVO. It's a Trijicon TR25 AccuPoint. And you can see it clearly flagged vertically, the little thumb turn doohickey flagged vertically, which means I'm at about 3 times power. That's about right for this whole stage. It's strong enough that I can clearly see each target, but weak enough that I can always see the next target over as well. I never lose sight of where I am. I can always acquire the target easily. And here is where I fall for a trap. See, the previous day we hadn't actually been briefed that DMR was an option on this stage. And every other stage where DMR had been offered, I took a look at it, didn't have a DMR in my irons run, and thought, that seems like a trap. We didn't get briefed on this one, so I decided to put my first ever 6.5 Creedmoor round downrange. And I missed. If you go back and check the time, I took 30 seconds to miss. Even if I had hit, I would have broken even, because the maximum I could have gotten was a 30-second bonus. I don't totally regret this. It's still the first time I've shot at a target out at 900 yards, the first time I've shot anything 6.5 Creedmoor. But this does still end up being the only stage where I scored worse with my sharpshooter run than I did with my irons. Not an especially auspicious start to the day. Hopefully things get better from here. We'll find out on Stage 5, Operation Wolf.